Hey, lovely, how you doing today? Oh my goodness, we're here, we're alive and breathing, and life is a gift and a blessing. Let me tell you, it is a gift and a blessing to be here alive. So just a recap on my week. It's Friday Confession, so thanks for tuning in. My name is Stacey. I am a child of God. I'm an artist, creating my masterpiece. I'm a certified health, fitness, and life coach, personal trainer. And I'm here to help and empower you, to inspire and motivate you to step into the best version that you can be and create a life that you love, that you're so worthy and deserving of, because yes, you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, if you looked at my description, worry is the thief of joy. And goodness, there's so much stuff going on. Everybody's worrying and stuff, right? And it's just sucking the life and joy and happiness out of them. Last week, you guys, I couldn't talk. So I'm back and I can talk. Woohoo! And I'm outside. So I have a sweater, not a dress, because I'm not going to freeze and get sick and lose my voice again. So I'm going to be a little smarter. Yeah. So anyways, before I get into the topic of worry is a thief of joy and how that sucks your happiness and joy, a lot of shit's been going on, and I've been feeling those emotions of sadness and worry and fear and happiness and joy, and it's been a mixed emotions going on this week. Sunday, coming home from church, praying at church, I get emotional, I was all excited. I come home, my daughter calls me, and she's like, "Are you home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming upstairs." And she's crying, and she tells me a friend of the family passed away. 20-year-old. My son's best friend. He was her friend. He was like a big brother to her. And I started crying too. Like, we both were crying in each other's arms. Like, what? Like, I just went to church praying and lifting my spirits, and I come home and hear this, and it was so sad. And it's like, 20 years old is so young to die. Any child is too young to die. No parent should have to bury a child. That's just horrendous. It's sad. It's devastating. And of course, his death was due to drugs. And I know that is becoming epidemic. Opiates and heroin and you name it. It's sad. It's devastating. And, some of that we knew is no longer here. His spirit left his physical body here on earth. So, he's out there in heaven, the next world, or whatever that is, hopefully in a better place than he was here, if he was doing all that stuff. So anyways, so that was my week, and so I was sad, and I caught myself throughout the week feeling sad and emotional, but I had to choose to be happy. We can choose to stay stuck in a place of fear, anxiety, and worry, and be in that place of darkness, hopelessness. But we have to choose. We have the choice to say, okay, this is a sad moment, this is a sad event, it's a sad circumstance, it sucks it happened, but I have to continue to move on with my life. And so, you can pick up and you move on, and you put a smile on your face, and you share that joy with others, and you do things that bring you joy, meaning, and purpose in your life, that help you to overcome those fears, the sadness, the worry, the doubt. So, emotions kind of been like this, up and down. Had lost my voice, making the best of it. Had a beautiful hike on Saturday. Let's see, over a 3-hour hike. We did 6.5 miles. And, what else did I do for adventures? Just getting back to work in the swing of things. It's the first full year of the year. Oh my goodness, have you guys survived? It's Friday. Happy Friday. So whatever's going on in your world, the good, the bad, it all defines who we are. But I wanted to just tap a little bit into, the topic of worry, because last week I couldn't come on. Oh, I did come on, but I couldn't talk. If you saw my Friday confessions from last week, it was so funny. But I still show up because I'm committed, you guys. I'm going on my 3rd year here. I've completed 2 years. So yeah, let's make it 3 years of Friday confessions. So I'm here to share inspiration and motivation with you, tips and hacks and things and stories and experiences that I've gone through, or other people have gone through, to kind of help you and say, hey, you're not the only one that's feeling this way. You're not the only one who's had a loss. You're not the only one who's, feeling tired or overweight or sick or whatever it is. I'm here to share some light and love and inspiration to lift you up. So, this week, what I did do that was something good and positive, I went to my Toastmasters meeting, got back into that for the first year, and I love it. I've kind of from last week till now discovered what my presentation is going to be. If you didn't know, I'm working on being a speaker and, kind of I don't want to say perfecting my talk, my presentation, my speaking skills. So I'm a little cold there, so I'm a little shaky right about now. But so I had a great Toastmasters meeting. Got some good feedback. I kind of did like a quick speech, kind of like, just how I come on here from my heart. And that was the best feedback I've gotten. And when did I start Toastmasters? Back in like April, May. So I felt like, wow, I'm making steps here, moving in the right direction. So then I finally had a meeting with a mentor. Hey, who's here? Thanks for the like. Oh my goodness. So I had a mentor with my first speaking coach yesterday for an hour, and he gave me tips on what he wants me to do and some structure to my talk and speech. So we're going to go with the direction happiness is a choice. Do you agree? And then I'm going to throw in the quote, worry is the thief of joy. So, you can replace that worry with fear is the thief of joy. Sadness is the thief of joy. Bitterness, hatred, resentfulness, anxiety, depression is the thief of joy. Any of those feelings, emotions that are negative, that keep you stuck and unhappy, suck the joy from you. So my message is I want to kind of make people aware of those feelings. You don't have to be stuck in a place of hatred and I hate this person, I hate that, and I hate the world and everyone in it. I'm bitter, I'm sour, I'm nasty, I don't care, I don't give a shit about anybody. Like that attitude, that's not a good attitude to have. You're depleting yourself from love and joy and happiness. You're depleting yourself, disconnecting yourself from the source of light and love, which is God, the universe. Because when you're in that dark place, when you're in a place of sorrow and sadness and depression and anxiety and worry and fear and you name it, overwhelm, bitterness, resentment, you lose that disconnection. You lose that, I like to say, that light, that like cord from God, the universe, and you're disconnected, right? And that's what you could almost say, that's kind of like what sin is. Sin is kind of like that disconnection from God, the source. Our goal is to attain and get closer to God, the source, the energy, that light, that love. And when we are in those dark places, we are disconnected. And that's why we feel so lost and alone and sad and depressed. And some people go down that rabbit hole and hurt themselves or harm themselves or others because they're just so lost, so disconnected from that light, that love, that joy, that peace within. So when you can become aware of your feelings, your emotions, which are created from your thoughts, believe it or not, think of it. When you're thinking about something, what are the feelings that are running through you? If you're thinking happy thoughts, you're going to feel happy and alive and like good and silly and just full of light and love and joy. But think of it, if you're thinking about like death and drama and you're worrying and fear and scary things, you're going to feel tight and tensed and scared and just like, in a bad place. So it's becoming aware of your thoughts, because your thoughts create your external world. So what's going on in here really is going to play out in your external world. So that's my message. I want to put this all together. It's going to be 3 obstacles that keep you stuck from truly being happy. And I'm just going to use 3 because I mentioned more than a handful, right? There's hatred, there's fear, resentment, bitterness, drama, judgment, criticism, gossip. I mean, there's so many things that can keep us from attaining that joy and having that joy within us, that happiness. So my 3 are going to be, I think, which are the biggest, is worry, fear, and anxiety. Let me know if you agree that worry, fear, and anxiety, I think those are the big 3 things. I mean, granted, there's hate. People have hate and stuff. But I'm just going to keep it simple. 3 obstacles that keep you from being happy and suck the life out of you, the joy from you. And so I'm going to break those down. Worry, fear, pretty much all, it's all the same thing, really. It's just being in a place of like worry. You're thinking about things that are your control. Anxiety is that you're thinking of the future that hasn't even happened. So you create these stories, these assumptions in your head, and maybe you start telling people, and then that spreads gossip and rumors based off your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts of like creating this assumption, creating this false story for yourself, and you get all worked up and full of anxiety and fear, and then you worry about the future that hasn't even happened yet. So I want to help you and help others in the world and spread my message is to tap into yourself. Come back to you right now, the present moments, not reflecting and dwelling on the past, which that's depression when you're just living in the past. So you got people living in the past, depression. That's where that bitterness, the hatred and stuff, because they're hating on something or someone that somebody did something to them. They're bitter, they're mad, they hate the world, they can't forgive and let go, and they're stuck in that pain. They're a prisoner to their past. And you can be a prisoner to your future. If all you do is dwell on what if this doesn't happen? Oh no, I can't do this because what if this and this and this and this? And what if? How about if you put a positive spin to it? What if you achieve your goals? What if you find the job of your dreams or the man or woman of your dreams and you succeed in life? What if you create a business and it thrives? Like, our brains are so wired to go to the negative, our right prefrontal cortex, which is based on emotions and the feelings and the self-doubt and the negative talk. Because we were born, it's part of our instinct, fear, right? What is fear? Fear is, we're born with fear. A long time ago, very, very long time ago, we needed to have that fear switch in our head. If a saber-toothed tiger was chasing us, we had to switch and we had to be prepared to run for our lives, but we still have fear, but fear is different. We don't have a saber-toothed tiger or a lion in our backyard chasing us, hopefully not. But we get triggered by other things in fear, So it's becoming aware of those thoughts, the triggers in your world, in your life that keep you stuck or keep you thinking about those negative things and keep you stuck from overcoming or challenge yourself and stepping out of your comfort zone and growing because you're fearful that you're going to fail. You're fearful that everybody's going to laugh at you. You're fearful that you're not going to be successful. See, we resort to the negative, but you have to train your brain to think the positive. If I do this, I'm going to be successful. If I do this, I'm going to make more money. If I do this, I'm going to meet the man or woman of my dreams. If I do this, I'm going to be top of the world. So it's training our brain. It's really becoming and recognizing its self-realization, awareness of our thoughts. I'm telling you, when you can become aware of your thoughts, you change your world. You could change your life. Everything that you think you hate in this and that, it's really not it's you, how you perceive it and portray it. When you can become aware and let those walls down and tap into the light, the positive, the joy, the happiness, you're going to want to hold on to that. So in my own life experience, I've been in places where it's dark and miserable and painful. I felt like I was dying a slow death and I didn't feel like there was no way out. And I just kept just believing in my trust in God and hoping for the best and a better outcome for myself. And eventually I had to take the actions because you could pray, you could put the intention out there, but you still have to show up and do the work. And I had to take the steps forward. I had to muster the courage and the stamina to get and remove myself out of bad situations in my life. And sometimes bad things happen and I had to then reflect and let go and forgive that, or I'd be stuck still dwelling in that and hating those people or that person because of a situation or circumstance or something that happened to me that was out of my control. Or maybe it was in my control if I was a little smarter, right? But then that's when you got to forgive yourself. So it's a process. So I'm going to be putting this all together in my talk. And I wanted to share with you here on Friday Confessions that if anything you got out of this, anything out of this video, if you stayed this long, is that worry is a thief of joy. Fear is a thief of joy. Anxiety is a thief of joy. Depression, resentfulness, anger, bitterness, hatred, revengefulness, that's all the thief of joy. It's going to suck your joy and you're not going to be happy. Whether you pretend, yeah, I'm happy, yeah, right. But if you're miserable, you project that. If you're just a nasty, bitter, bitchy attitude kind of person, you're not happy. You're not happy. You're fake. When someone's truly happy, it's just radiating from them. They're glowing. They're just on top of the world. Hopefully that's what you see from me. I'm just full of light and love, and I want to share it with you. And I have this message that I believe God is using me. He's calling me to go out to the world to share this message. And so I'm trying to do all the pieces to figure it all out. I'm going to Toastmasters. I'm working with a mentor to perfect and practice my speech and my talk to get better so I can communicate and put it all together in a 10, 15 minute presentation and not confuse anybody and overwhelm anybody, but to help you become aware and make sense of it so you can be moved and be like, wow, that makes sense. I'm like, guess that's what I need to do. This is why I'm feeling stuck. This is why I'm lacking joy and happiness in my life, because I'm like miserable and I'm hating on this person from the past. I haven't let go. I haven't forgiven, because that sucks the joy and happiness out of you. If you're holding on to that resentment, that bitterness, and you're hating on something or someone and things in your past and circumstances, it's not going to allow you to move forward in life. So if you want better for your life, it's a process. If you want a life filled with love, joy, meaning and purpose, then you need to become aware of everything that's going on in your world. You need to take a stop and reflect, and like really look at your life and evaluate what's working and what's not working, what's bringing me joy and what's not bringing me joy. And they need to eliminate that, right? So it kind of also goes hand in hand with kind of like clear the clutter from all that bullshit in your life, clear the clutter from anger, clear the clutter from resentfulness, clear the clutter from bitterness and fear and worry, and put your trust in something greater than you. I think that's why people stay stuck in fear and worry and anxiety, because they don't have trust. They don't trust the process. They don't trust what the outcome is for themselves for the future. They want to know right now, if I do this, is it a guarantee that this will happen? Well, let me tell you, I'm sure you already know. I don't have to tell you and remind you, life is not a guarantee. We don't know the next time we're going to see someone that we love. God forbid, they might pass. We don't know, what's going to happen an hour from now, tomorrow, next week, 2 months, 2 years, 10 years from now. So yes, the future is uncertain and unknown, but that makes it exciting. Look at life as an adventure. If you look at life as an adventure, go out and explore and discover. And yeah, you're going to take some wrong paths, some wrong turns, but you know what? Don't let that deter you and stop you from reaching your goals in life. Okay, if you got to backpedal and turn around and try another trail or path that leads you to the right one, then hey, you just keep doing it. But failure is when you give up and you don't get back up and you don't try a different path, a different route to see if that's going to get you to where you need to go. So be open-minded and become aware of the way you think and your thoughts and what's on your heart, what's heavy on your heart, and what needs to let go. What do you need to let go of? Okay? Try to tap into that. Write it down. So my homework for you is to help you with this process is to write down what's heavy on your heart, on your chest right now. Write it all out, the good, the bad, whatever it is that's constantly keeps coming up, those thoughts, the worry, the fear, the anxiety, the hate, whatever it is that just here in heaven you can't let go of. Write it all out. Because when you take these thoughts and feelings and put it on paper, and you can actually read it to yourself, and then you can really see, wow, this is not the person I want to be. I hope not. I mean, for me, I want to be the best person I could be. I want to be a person filled with light, love, and joy, and share that with others. And when I find myself feeling bitter and resentfulness and angry, I don't like it. It lasts for like 5 minutes, and I can't stay angry, even though I'm like, okay, I'm not going to talk to this person, and I'm going to ignore him, and watch you see. I try to be like that bitch. I can't because I'm so filled with joy and love that when the darkness wants to overcome, my light is stronger. Okay, my light is stronger, and therefore it pushes away the darkness. So I don't know how I've done that my whole life, just training and praying, going to church and believing in God and trusting, but it's helped me. It's helped me to overcome all the struggles and challenges in my life. So go do that homework and write everything out, the good, the bad, the ugly. Write it out and discern it. See what you need to do and let go of. And I'm here always to help you. My 28-day Jumpstart New You, my 28 Jumpstart New You experience officially starts Monday. This week has been Clear the Clutter Challenge, so you can still sign up for that, and you can still do the Clear the Clutter, because your whole life you'll be clearing the clutter, right? Always becoming aware and just letting go and cleansing yourself. So we're doing that, and we kick off Monday. We officially kick off and dive into the 4 weeks, which is mindset, goal setting, detox, cleanse, you name it, coaching, motivation, and anything and support that you need in a group, a Facebook group, and more. So if you're interested, starting as little as $47, you can get in. And if you feel like that's even too much, reach out to me and let's see if we can work something out, because I really want to help you. It's not about the money, But you do need to invest in yourself, because if I give it to you for free, you're not going to show up and do the work. I've seen it. People don't show up. Think of it in your life. If something is offered you free, do you take advantage of it? You don't show up because it's free. I don't have to go anyways. But when you put your hard work and money into something, you're going to show up and do the work. Because the whole process of transformation is you doing the work. I'm here to help and guide and show you and give you the support and accountability and the structure. But you're the one who has to do the work. You're the one who has to make the choices when it comes down to it. I can encourage you. I can give you support and inspiration, but you have to do the work. So with that said, my love, I'm freezing out here. That's why I'm kind of like, I need to go eat and warm up. And reach out to me, message me, let me know how I can better serve you. Any questions you have, any ahas that you've had in this video. I know it went a little longer, of course. I always say I want to keep it short and sweet, and I got to learn. But I get so fired up and stuff, and there's so much I want to share, and that's the thing. I need to learn how to just have one point, talk about it, so you guys don't get overwhelmed. Hopefully I don't overwhelm you, but let me know. I love your critique on my talks. It will really help me to define and better my talk and my presentation. I appreciate it greatly. If you can get back to me, let me know where you got lost, where I lost you in this conversation, and if it was too much, too overwhelming, or whatever. Anything. I love it. I would so greatly appreciate it. So that said, my love, you know what time it is? It's time to go to the world. I can't even talk. My voice is frozen. It's time to go out and share love. Ooh, there's the heart. Share love and the cross. Share love. Go make peace. Peace. Be peace with yourself and others. And be happy. Go be happy. Smile. When you think you can't smile, just try to smile. Think of something happy, something that brings you joy, and smile. And it will make your day, and others too. Mwah. I love you guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. See you here for Mindset Monday, or follow me on Instagram for my daily stories. Okay, love you guys. Peace out.